All right, we're back. There's the opening screen that you should be familiar with by now. If not, just those cards that I need to complete the set. Our rookie update, I haven't found any of those in a few packs. So let's see what is in our pack today. All right, here's our 1990 fluid of the day until we find those guys on that list behind us. Come on, Lance Blankenship. I think I realized how he got the number one, by the way. I believe he played for the A's, so first in alphabetical order, and then his last name is the first in alphabetical order on the A's. So, what was the original name of Wrigley Field? I have no idea. What was the last year the Cubs won the World Series? Well, I believe it was 1908 at this point. Can you read upside down? Because I can. 1908. So this is a Cubs sticker. Yep. All right, we're starting off with a Hall of Famer, probably the best player I've ever seen, Barry Bonds, Randy Bush, Joey Cora, Clay Parker, Jim Clancy, Dick Schofield, Kelly Gruber, Rich Monteleone, and Dana Williams. One's on the Angels and one's on the Red Sox. Ray Searage, Harold Baines, not that all-star card we're looking for, but Harold Baines, very, very solid player. Eventual Hall of Famer as well. And I should have put Bonds up here, but hey, nobody talks about Harold Baines like they do about Barry Bonds, so let's put him up there. Tim Wallach, I believe he became an announcer. Kurt Stillwell, Mike Fetters. Oh man, Mike Fetters. That's the guy. We're going to talk about Mike Fetters today. See if I can find some clips. Doug Baker and Mitch Webster. So not any of those cards we're looking for. Got a couple interesting Hall of Famers. Let's pull that Barry Bonds out. He deserves it. Weird guy, steroids, but hey, he was good at baseball either way. All right. So we got a couple guys to talk about. Cool. All right, here's our 1990 fluid of the day. All right, like I've been doing, focusing on guys that are not Barry Bondses or even Harold Baineses of the world. I want to talk about Mike Fetters. This is the youngest I've ever seen Mike Fetters. This is his rookie card. So his first year was 1989, only pitched 3.5 innings. So not very much in that first season. But let's look at some stats. So yeah, didn't he only played in one game, 3.1 innings, 3 1/3 innings, that first year. So his rookie year was really 1990. Started twice, 26 games. I'm not gonna go through year by year. It looks like 92. He had a really good year. Coming out of the bullpen, a 1.87 ERA. What I noticed about him, though, couple really solid reliever years, couple really bad reliever years too. A lot of negative WAR towards the end here. 620 games in his life, 7.7 WAR. So he's your quintessential middle relief guy. He's not picking up those saves really, outside of 94, 95, and 96. Picking up a few saves a year, but he's really bouncing around. I remember him getting traded a few times when I like in the early 2000s. I believe like the Pirates picked him up at the end of 2001 to like bolster their staff. Same with 2002 Diamondbacks. They wanted to like bolster their bullpen for a playoff run, which I believe they made the playoffs in 2002. The Diamondbacks were pretty good back then. But yeah, just bounced around. You can see all those jersey numbers at the top. Some interesting things about him. He is in the Milwaukee Brewers Wall of Honor, which I found surprising because he only played there 6 years. That's longer than I thought. But like kind of just a middle reliever slash closer during that time. So I think in Brewers history, that was kind of like not the best period in Brewer history. I don't think they've had a lot of great periods. I think their peak is kind of now. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I know a lot about baseball, not everything. Like I didn't follow the Brewers in the 80s before I was born or the 90s. But But yeah, so he hopped around and then he became a coach after his career, 2012 to 2024. He was the bullpen coach in Arizona, a fan favorite. And I couldn't really find any good clips of him pitching, unfortunately, because that's the reason I chose him. I just remember he was a guy who would go out to the mound and he'd come in and just like looked like pissed off. He would look angry. He looked like a bull coming in from the bullpen. I remember him 2003 a little bit with the Twins. I remember him appearing with the Twins, which is crazy because he only did it for 5 games because he's mostly a National League guy. Um, at the end of his career, at least, this is when the Brewers were in the AL. But I didn't really watch baseball before '98. Sosa and McGuire got me in. But yeah, he'd come in and he'd just look so mad and have this like mad look on his face, and he'd tear up the mound with his feet and just like a bull. And then he would set and take a deep breath and look down and then look at the batter really fast. And I did find a clip of that. Sound warning, it's going to get loud. I couldn't find a better clip of this. I wish I could. But let's watch Mike Fetters getting ready to throw a pitch. I don't even think he throws a pitch in this clip, which is really a bummer. But I think he was more known for before he pitched than his pitch. So let's check it out. Very short clip, very loud clip. Volume down. Yeah, let's look at that again. Just how he cocks his head and just breathes, cocks his head. Yeah, the deep breath. That's how I get up in the morning, getting ready to deal with teenagers for a whole day. But yeah, Mike Fetters, definitely a fan favorite. Again, that really interesting dude in the Milwaukee Brewers Wall of Honor. Like I said, coached for the Diamondbacks for 13 seasons. Fired in the middle of the Tony Lavulo era. Who, crazy to say this, but the Diamondbacks have had the same manager for 10 years, which is kind of bizarre to me. I guess they're going up against the Dodgers and Padres, who are spending $1 billion more than them. But yeah, all right, that's the Mike Fetters episode. I hope you can find better clips than this. I could find a few on like Instagram and TikTok, but I was really struggling to find them on YouTube, which is the only place I know how to clip from so far. Which I'll figure out other clips soon and maybe get better stuff out. Again, this is a work in progress. If you're here still, please like and subscribe. But thanks for being here either way. Even if you don't comment, say something mean, I don't care. Negative engagement is engagement, right? This is what Mark Zuckerberg taught us. Don't look up to Mark Zuckerberg, kids.